In response to skepticism about the need for a prequel after Mark Harmon's 19-season run on NCIS, showrunners David J. North and Gina Lucida Monreal defend NCIS Origins by highlighting its unique angle on Gibbs' early years. Set in the 90s, the prequel will explore Gibbs' first days at the agency and his relationship with Mike Franks, offering new insights into his character's development. The show will feature Austin Stoll as young Gibbs and Kyle Schmid as young Mike Franks. Despite Gibbs' known reluctance to discuss his past, NCIS Origins aims to delve into his vulnerabilities and earlier life experiences, setting the stage for a deeper understanding of his character before the flagship series. NCIS Origins bosses defend need for Gibbs' prequel despite Mark Harmon's 19 seasons of story. Showrunners David J. North and Gina Lucida Monreal defend doing NCIS Origins after Mark Harmon's story as Leroy Jethro Gibbs played out for 19 years in the flagship project. CBS premiere police procedural is not new to launching spin-offs. In over 2 decades on the air, it has launched several offshoots, including an international branch with NCIS Sydney. This fall, however, NCIS is looking back for its very first prequel. The 90s set NCIS Origins will tackle Gibbs' earliest years in the agency. However, there are questions about whether it is actually needed. In a new interview with TV Line, North and Monreal respond to the backlash about expanding Gibbs' story when Harmon's character already fronted the main NCIS show for almost 2 decades. The showrunners point out that certain aspects of his past will come to light in NCIS Origins, particularly citing the start and development of his relationship with Mike Franks. Read their quotes below. North, they don't know as much as they think they do. Seeing Gibbs arrive at NIS on day 1 and seeing how Gibbs became Gibbs, you will realize there's so much to explore. Monreal, we've not seen that dynamic between Proby Gibbs and Mike Franks. It gives Gibbs a different kind of shading than we've seen before as a character. North, the way he looks at Franks, you can see that bit of awe in his eyes. How NCIS Origins can change Gibbs' story in the flagship series. Gibbs never liked talking about his past in the main NCIS series. Harmon will narrate the prequel, but the role of young Gibbs will be played by Austin Stoll. NCIS Origins will also debut Kyle Schmid as young Mike Franks, originally portrayed by Muse Watson. The prequel's premiere is set in 19991, with Gibbs fresh off his stint with the Marines. Grieving the unexpected death of his first wife and daughter, Shannon and Kelly, NCIS Origins will start with the character at his most vulnerable. While this part of his life was tackled in the flagship show, it can still be a very different experience to see how things played out. Gibbs was known to be quite private about his personal life. Despite being friends with Ducky Mallard for years, the former MCRT medical examiner didn't learn about what happened to Kelly and Shannon until Gibbs was forced to talk about it on the heels of a near-death experience. This part of his life will likely be a focus on NCIS Origins, at least in its earliest years. Beyond that, the upcoming prequel can also shed light on what happened with Gibbs' subsequent wives, including Diane, who eventually remarried Tobias Fornell. As North and Monreal mention, Gibbs' dynamic with Franks will be a big draw for NCIS Origins. Outside the pair's relationship, there's also curiosity about what the rest of their NCIS team will look like. Their debut is in line with NCIS Season 22 officially moving on from Gibbs, as it further solidifies the current MCRT team led by Alden Parker.